Since I work in my garden on landscaping each weekend, I need help after bending and digging in the yard. Fortunately, my friend dug up the benefits of CBD, and I found the Diamond CBD was the best in the business.
When I'm stressed, I use Diamond CBD to relax, and when I'm in pain, I use Diamond CBD to feel better. When I can't sleep, I use Diamond CBD to rest. Diamond CBD is my best friend.
Sometimes I cannot fall asleep at night. I hate taking any medication. When I discovered that a natural sleep aid is CBD. Thanks to Diamond CBD, there are no more restless nights.
Unfortunately, I have a very heavy menstrual cycle, and the cramps actually used to stop me from leaving my house. But luckily, that's not the case anymore since I've started using Diamond CBD to ease those cramps. So I just really wanted to say quickly, thanks so much, Diamond CBD. Diamond really is a girl's best friend.
Testimonials don't lie. Diamond CBD oil works. Trading under the ticker symbol POTN, this stock is truly undervalued and ready to soar. Buy low, sell high. Diamond CBD oil, it works. Trading below its recent high, POTN is incredible value. Don't miss out. Do your own research and due diligence before investing in any company. The information I provide is in no way or manner a professional suggestion to purchase shares in any publicly traded company. I am not licensed to provide financial advice, and this should be considered entertainment. These stock profiles are intended to be trading ideas, a starting point for research. Any individual who chooses to invest in any securities should do so with caution. Investing in securities is speculative and carries a high degree of risk. You may lose some or all the money that is invested. Always research your own investments and consider consulting with a registered investment advisor or a licensed stockbroker before investing. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Sal, man, back in the building. Late show. And didn't mean to take this long, man. It's just somebody hit me up like a few minutes before the show is supposed to start. They hit me up a few minutes before the show is supposed to start. Let's go ahead and get the show started. Thank you for joining me here. I think this is episode 129. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. Great day on the markets. Another great day. What's going on, Gary the Trucker, Jermaine Gill, Africa Emporium, Trading Jedi, Londell Carter, Q DeMaio, More Peace, Mr. Lloyd. Who else is in here? TGO. Shout out to Bat Scientist. I saw you hit me up on Twitter. I haven't responded yet. Just been so busy. All the people lurking as well. Yeah, man, they hit me up like 20 minutes before the show's about to start. Yeah, we're interested in doing a promotion with you. I was like, okay, yeah, I got some spots open next week. Well, actually, we'd like to do it tonight before the show. I'm like, what? Oh, shit. So I was like, look, just send me what you can send me, okay? And shout out to the good people over at Pot Network, CB, also called Diamond CBD. Ticker symbol is POTN. Make sure you grab some of that. Make sure you grab some of that POTN. They're looking to do amazing things tomorrow. The end of the week. So we'll see what happens with POTN. I know I'm not the only one in on it. I'll be honest with you. I don't have shares. They hit me up after hours, so I couldn't grab some. But POTN is supposed to be doing some amazing things tomorrow. Shout out to all the weed stocks that have been running. But we had some disappointing news in weed, though. We had some kind of disappointing news in weed today. We had the spokesperson for Donald Trump come out and say that supposedly the federal government is going to be cracking down on recreational marijuana. What's going on, Coralie? The beautiful Coralie in the house. Mark M, hello. Did you guys hear that? That was on CNN. He gave it live. I was sitting at the computer live doing my work. And Yeah, like, yeah, we understand, the pain and suffering of individuals on medical marijuana, but recreational marijuana, we do see the government, progressing with a crackdown on that action. I was like, what? Why? So many people that are getting helped, so many people that unfortunately are on that borderline between being able to get a prescription for medical marijuana and not necessarily being able to be diagnosed with a certain condition, right? Because you got those people who are on a borderline, and then you have some doctors who are just assholes and don't want to write you a prescription for anything, right? You got some doctors out here who hate the fact that if you're knowledgeable about something. I mean, you go to the doctor's office, you say, "Doctor, I want this." They look at you like, you the police or the Fed or something like that. So many of these people self-medicate, and they self-medicate with CBD and THC. And that is why the government doesn't want you access to these miracle products. These are miracle plants given to us by God, man. The pharmaceutical companies have to come down. They're going to come down. 206, Mr. Lloyd, what's up, man? You're on the air.
Oh man, yeah, I saw that news article and off Yahoo, and it felt like a dream busted there for marijuana stocks. And now it's up in the air. You don't even know what's going to happen.
We don't know. You know what I'm saying? You got millions of dollars out here trading on these OTC stocks that have been running. You've got a lot of companies with incredible amount of potential, and you're telling me you're about to forfeit possibly $20 billion of revenue just because you have a bullshit old ideology about the drug? It's absolutely ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous.
Right. Well, on a good note, man, let me tell you, I had a somewhat of a INNV day today.
Okay.
For the first time since July, So I was just talking mess the other day how, I was going to take my time, and sure enough, I bought a spread, Priceline spread yesterday.
Yes, I remember you talking about that. How did that go?
Well, so the problem was it couldn't go below 16. I think 1645. I told you.
Okay.
So I ended up selling one of the legs of the spreads because it was going against me. So it was like $930. I had to give up, but I let the other leg that had the profits in it run. And if you look at the chart on that, I ended up making $1,900 off that leg. So if you subtract the 930 from the 1,900, that equates to $1,000.
$1,000, yep.
So, man, I was at work. I hit that fucking button, and I had this big ass grin on my face, and people were like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, I'm having a good day.
They don't know how to, that you're out there making money along with working the job. That's a good thing.
Right. And so that downspout right there where it went all the way down, that's where I caught it at. And so I ended up, as a cowboy, I got back in again. I bought the 1630 verticals, and hoping that I can, get my little 350 profit by the end of the week. And it was going against me again. So I ended up selling. I think I was catching still in that downtrend, and I sold it again. I was up $1,600 this time. Okay, so it was it would have been $2,600 today. The problem is this: when you buy spreads and you don't have $25,000 in your bank account, you utilize your day trades. So I was in a situation. Here it is. I'm looking at additional $100 in my account that I could be having right now. I sold one leg, and now I got one leg open and looking at $1,600 cash, and I can't take it unless my account's going to get locked up. So, man, that was the hardest decision ever. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you never had a profit like that in months.
Yeah.
Just a straight profit. So I ended up holding it overnight. So tomorrow, looking at the candle on the day chart, there's a bearish engulfing pattern, and with with price line swings, $20 isn't nothing. And so if I can get that stock to hit, shit, 15, 20 tomorrow, I'll have $8,000 in my pocket. If it decides to gap up, then I'll lose about $1,100.
Okay.
So it's like is that a day chart you're looking at? Because I think that's a
this is a day chart. This is a 5 minute.
No, that's not a day chart because there's a bearish
sorry,
engulfing
5 minute chart, 5 minute chart for today's action.
It looks like the buying volume was picked up at the end there, at the end of the day, huh?
Yeah, end of the day, it looks like some buying came in there. Almost 24,000 shares placed at the end of the day.
Yeah, it got me a little nervous, looking at and can you put it on the day chart real quick? Because everybody's charts look a little bit different, man. And
here's the daily chart. And as you can see, red day for today, down just $14. Volume was okay.
Yeah, they'll never have a lot of volume. There, that's what I want to see, that big-ass red one right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a little bit more motivation. So tomorrow we'll see. If I can get this thing to move 15 points down tomorrow, beer for everybody.
There it is, man.
So,
we'll be looking forward to it.
Yeah, cool, man. I ain't gonna hold up the show, man, but I just had to at least call in and say I got $1,000 today, so I'm thankful. But we'll see what tomorrow brings.
Thank you so much for the call,
All
Mr.
right,
Lloyd.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Yeah, look, that's the power of options, and Mr. Lloyd, he decided to go that way, and it's been working out for him. It's been working out for him, man. That's the power of options. Don't get it twisted, though. As much as you can win, you can lose. All right, there are very much many people who lose their whole damn bag on one trade that goes the wrong way, based on this time decay stuff. Very, very risky shit. Very, very risky shit. One more call before we go into some stocks here. 586, what's up?
Hi, Sal. This is Mark. How are you doing
Hey,
today?
Mark. Yes, how are you, man?
I'm good. Actually, I want to talk about something I believe very important. I'm not sure if you are aware about it. It's the hemp and the cannabis components. They have this like THC and the CBD.
Yes.
I believe they are really different. The CBD production are legalized in the 50 states because the CBD, it has the same the same function and the same ingredient of the THC, but without the high psychosing. So the THC is what it's illegal now in some states, but the CBD, which you can extract it from the hemp and from the cannabis, it's legal in all 50 states.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Are you aware of this or no?
Well, I wasn't aware that CBD, because I know I have heard stories that people who are taking some of those CBD droplets, they have tested positive, and that can get you fired or suspended, or I don't know if you're in sports, and get you kicked off a team. So CBD, although yes, you can have it in all type of products like drinks and food, I have heard stories of individuals who've taken those products or those drinks and went in and tested positive. So both are risky. Both are risky. But at the end of the day, I want to see them both legalized, no matter what.
Yes, but definitely the THC is not legal in most of the states now, but the CBD it is. So I just want to talk about this. That's number one. Number two, like I tried to call you yesterday to ask you if you did get a chance to jump to the AZFL. You remember I called it out like 2 days ago and jumped 100%, 95% yesterday. Did you get the chance to get in to enter? Because I had the chance.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had got in yesterday very, very quickly. I think I was in the stock for like 25 minutes. And only was able to get like $38, but because I started already seeing some weakness in the stock yesterday, in the chart. As you can see, yesterday was pretty much, it got up to the high at around, I think it was like 11:30, and then we started flagging to the right, and that started getting me really, really nervous. So I got out really quickly on that one. But today's action, a little bit of hesitation, and the drop didn't happen until the last 5 minutes of the day. I saw that on the chart too as well. So AZFL, it was going to have a green day. You were green up until just the last 5 minutes, as I just said. So, little hesitation today towards the close. So we'll see what happens with the stock tomorrow. I'd love to see the stock do another run like it had, 2 days ago when we ran up 50-60%. That'd be really nice.
Yeah, you gotta give it some time.
Sure.
Give it some time.
Sure.
I want to talk about my experience. I started this trading not more than 8 months ago, and I did you were talking about steel balls yesterday, right? Correct? How you can see so I started with 10,000. That's all my saving, and I saw my 10,000 goes to 80,000, and I did not buy anything, and now they go down to 20,000.
Wow.
Because, one of the, I swear.
Hold on, Mark. You're saying you started off with 10,000, you built your account up to $80,000, and you're saying you're now back down to $20,000?
I'm going to tell you, it was about the EWLL. I bought when it was 1.5 cents, and I saw the stock going to 57 cents in December the 16th.
Okay.
And I had a lot of stock, and I did not know that if there is nothing to back up the stock to when it goes up to stay, there is no revenue, there is no profit, it will not stay there. It was like a big pump and dump. So I saw that account goes from 80 to 20,000.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give it a year, because I bought all those shares in October. It was 1 cent, 1.5 actually.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna keep it. I'm confident in this company.
Sure.
We talked about it, but that's my experience. I want to share it with everyone.
Yeah.
I was okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And Mark, I have seen stocks, retest highs again. So I mean, we've seen that here before. So I'm not saying that it can never happen again. You very well could get another run in that this year to possibly test those highs. So you never know.
It will go more if they start to get some contracts with their physician. It's like physical therapist. It will go maybe more. But I mean I could have just sold maybe half of the shares that I have. But I did not know that it will not stay. I thought it will go up all the time. Otherwise, I just started 6-7 months ago to trade this.
So Mark, tell me, how did you feel though, man, when you opened your account up and then you see $80,000 in the account and you started with only 10,000? I mean,
it's beautiful, man.
I can't imagine what went through your mind as someone who just started and seeing that kind of money in your account.
I thought it's going to go to $500,000 in 6 months, but here we go. I mean, I'm still on 20,000, which is fine. That's 50%.
Yeah.
It's in 6 months, which is a huge. But I could have sold and get some savings so I can use it to buy a house, not staying in an apartment or blah blah blah. Yeah. It was beautiful actually, but I'm still confident. I mean, I choose my ticker. I do my due diligence. I read a lot, and I look to the business model. If the business model is really new and has potential, so that means I don't care. Even if I don't make money now, I'm gonna make money after 1 year.
Yes.
Yeah, and I believe in 3, 4, 5 companies that they will really be big. That's what I believe. I could be wrong always, but the business model is something, especially if it's a new idea and has potential. That's a good thing always. But yeah, that was I'm not sure if it was steel balls or it was I was naive not to sell. Maybe both.
Okay. Well, definitely a learning lesson. Definitely, and I appreciate you sharing that to the people in the chat room. Appreciate the call, Mark.
No problem. Yeah. Okay, then have a good night. I'm going to watch you to the end today.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for the call, Mark, and thank you for listening. Mark, I think, I don't know if Mark just recently started watching me not too long ago, but I really appreciate you calling in, Mark, and giving us those picks as well as the trading lessons as well. What's going on, Ricky Lindo? All right, David. I see David from Investors Hangout. That was an excellent call today by the CEO of Pro Green. You know, when he first came on and he started going into the farms and stuff, I think he was nervous. He was nervous to start off, and you know, I don't know. I had some questions about the farms because the water situation. You know, I know a little bit about farming, and then the areas that he showed, you need a lot more water than what he was talking about. But that's a different little thing we can discuss later. 313, you're on the air. What's up?
Yo, what's going on, Star?
Doing good. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, this is Real Ink.
All right, Real Ink. What you got for us today, man?
So, yesterday when I called in, I mentioned FCGD, and I was telling you about how it's at the 0001.
Yeah, say that ticker one more time.
It's hold on, it's ticker symbol FCGD.
Yes, First Columbia Gold. Okay.
So today it was an insane amount of value out of nowhere.
Yeah, somebody
You know what
looks
I'm
like somebody's loading up for something. Somebody's
Yeah.
definitely loading up. So yeah, huge buying today in FCGD. I do see it. That's almost well over 10 times its typical volume. So yeah, something's loading up there for FCGD. You know, that's a really also a good way to check out OTCmarkets.com and pick out incredible volume moves like that, because when you have a couple people who go in large like that, that could be a sign of, you know, company executives sharing the love to friends and family. Hey, I'm about to do this pump. Y'all should get in too. Promoters getting in early, maybe groups of promoters getting in early to get a position before they start doing something. So we'll definitely be watching FCGD. And if you're already in it, man, you might be sitting pretty on a move that could be coming here pretty shortly.
Oh yeah, I got in at 0001, so you know I'm playing with the house money right now. So you know, it's just interesting to see that that huge volume. I was like, and you know, it didn't flat.
Yeah.
You know, some days it'll go. It's been going to weeks without no volume. You know, so
yeah, and I see all the buying came here
interesting.
at about 1 o'clock, and then you had another order at about, what was that, 2:30, 2:20. And those were pretty large buys, man. A huge buys, 220 million. Yeah, these were huge buys, man. So definitely looking
So I
forward to
just
seeing
wanted to
what happens
bring
with
that to the family, man. You know, just keep an eye on that. And if you know you got, and to the listeners, man, you can just put $30 in it. You know, 30. You know, something that you don't even feel it, and if it moves, you know, it's just easy money. So that's all I got, buddy. And I'll call in later, or I'll call maybe tomorrow or something, man.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the call.
All right, peace.
All right. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, thank you for bringing that, man, because something's up. Something is absolutely up, and he's right. I mean, this is a stock that had no action for days, weeks at a time. And all of a sudden, you know, somebody drunk comes in and buys nearly 2 billion, nearly 2 billion shares in one day. Something's up. I'm very intrigued. Very intrigued. What's going on, Jamie Taylor? Jamie Taylor looking at USMJ. All right, so let's get into some tickers here. And again, shout out to David over at Investors Hangout. That's definitely the site for clarity on OTC stocks. I also appreciate you guys being a little bit patient. I'm uploading a lot of new videos. Those little video reviews I'm doing, a little 2 to 5 minute reviews. The idea is that, you know, somebody will be able to, you know, Google the company, pull up one of my videos, become a subscriber, join us here in the chat room, also join my mailing list. But just a way to be able to have, you know, thousands of tentacles out there literally getting people to join us here on the show and in my mailing list as well. All right, working for me as I sleep. All right, I appreciate you guys being patient with that. All right, yes, RNVA did do a reverse merger. We talked about that yesterday. Now trading at 23.89. RNVA, yes, they did do that reverse merger. Reverse split, excuse me, reverse split today. Green day today for the stock, but I do foresee that coming down a little bit. But as we talked about yesterday, it's incredibly low float now. Incredibly low float now. But I didn't see the stock. I didn't see the stock added to lowfloat.com. They haven't added it to lowfloat.com just yet, but I definitely foresee that to be coming relatively soon on lowfloat.com. And yes, if this drops some news, that could really move, man. Only 5 million shares now trading of RNVA, so that's definitely on watch. I already have an alert set on it. If any time it even dares make a 15% move in one day, I get the alert. I get the alert. All right. What's going on, Money Stay Woke? RSRT. What is that? Real Source Residential. Real Source Residential. You guys are bringing up some tickers I never heard of, and that's exactly why I'm doing these videos. So when you guys bring up these tickers that are like, who, what, where? Real Source Residential is primarily a multifamily housing company that is looking to become a real estate investment trust. So they acquire multifamily housing properties. Okay, that reminds me of this company that trades on the NASDAQ called Homes for Rent. All right, decent looking website. The day chart, as you guys can see, is on the screen. Let me see here what the daily chart looks like. Not bad. Huge moves, 2 big moves for Thursday and Friday. Those are some really nice looking candlesticks. And again, this is another stock that, for all intents and purposes, was not doing anything just, a couple of days ago. Look here on the 7th, the stock was trading at 6 cents a share. Now at 41 cents. All right, well over 400% gained on the stock alone. Well over 400% gain on the stock alone. All right, 786, you're on the air. What's up?
The stock was trading at 6 cents a share.
786.
Yo, Sal.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, I'm a new trader, and I was wondering what do you think about SureTrader for getting around PDT?
I don't really like SureTrader unless you're someone who's already pretty much sitting on a lot of cash and you're looking to short stocks. SureTrader, you got a lot of fees there that I understand a lot of people want to get around the PDT rule, but the fees, fees for data. I mean, for certain, I think for level 2 is another fee as well. To use the phone version of the broker software is also another fee. Getting your money out, I believe, is $40 every time. So, I mean, what's your reasoning for getting out the PDT rule, being that you're a new trader?
Because I just want to make $30,000 as fast as possible, so I could put it into TD and not have to worry about PDT.
Sure. Now, when you say a new trader, I mean you've never traded at all before?
Yeah, I'm still paper trading.
Okay. And how are you doing paper trading?
I'm doing all right. I'm like probably 3 or 4 for every 10 trades in the green.
Okay. Cool. I mean, yeah, for me personally, I don't like SureTrader, but you get mixed emotions depending on who you ask on that. I personally just think it's not worth the risk. But if it's really important to your strategy that you get out the PDT rule and you see yourself as a day trader, meaning you're making multiple trades every single day, maybe the fees, is kind of worth it for your strategy.
All right. So should I just mix my money around a couple different brokers?
Well, I would do some research on what you feel comfortable with. I've always suggested for a new trader who wants access to OTC as well as your standard NASDAQ NYSE penny stocks, get yourself a TD Ameritrade account or even an E-Trade account. And, just work within the boundaries of the PDT rule until you get up above 25,000. I wouldn't look at the PDT rule as a restriction, but almost kind of like a guide for you to be able to get stronger at your trading. So, but with that being said, man, I mean, do your research. But if you find out that SureTrader is what you need to be successful, then do it.
Yeah, man. I was the reason I wanted to use Shirt Trader is because I'm going to be paper trading like for just as much time as it takes for me to be very, very comfortable with my strategy and how good I'm going to get. That's why by the time I actually start trading, I'll be pretty established in in what I'm doing, and that's why I would like to get around the PDT rule and not kind of use it as like a safety stopper for me, like to mess up, etc.
Right.
So that's why I was considering Shirt Trader to avoid that PDT rule. It was more of a just asking to see, like, because we've heard a lot about Shirt Trader having problems with their service and getting stuck with positions, etc. and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, I understand, man. And again, if it sounds like that's what you want for your strategy, and if that's the best bet for you, man, do it. And good luck to you, and I wish you the most success. Appreciate your call, man.
Thanks.
All right. So, yeah, I mean, look, if that's what he wants to do, then by all means, it's your money. You know what I'm saying? It's your money. It's your money. All right. My thing is, I would never trust Shirt Trader with my account. Overseas broker, no protections, horrible customer service, incredible amount of fees. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it, because the one time you decide to go in there and drop 10 grand, you get a call or you see an email or a post on a website, Shirt Trader unfortunately went out of business and you can't get your money. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I don't wish that on anybody, but I just wouldn't even take the risk. But I know many people. That guy Warrior Trading, he does very well using Shirt Trader. He does very well. I think Shirt Trader is for people who already have substantial amount of capital to work with. Hey, Bo Vosh, what do you think about MGTI, man? I saw you bring that up earlier. MGTI did very, very well. We talked about it yesterday on that, decent gain yesterday, and it built upon that today, crossing 1 million shares traded, and this is the first time it's done that in a while, right? Yeah, this is the first time it's done that in a while, going back to January. Yeah, going back to January, this is the first time it's done that. And MGTI was a lot more popular stock 30 days ago than it is now. Nice run on MGTI. Wondering that's making that run. That, again, the stock that is being ran by John McAfee. If you guys remember, this is a stock that got to as high as almost I think it was like $4.60 this summer. Actually higher than that. Look at that. Back in late May, it got to as high as $5.62 to be exact. The stock got really high, and this was another stock that started from, I believe, 44 cents. 44 cents to a high of 5.60, 5.62 to be exact again, until of course cooling off here. Nice day for the stock today, 24% gained. All right. MGTI looking bullish, yes. Possible lawsuit with Intel. I'd be curious to know why they'd be suing Intel over his name, McAfee name. All right, that's a process that could take many years. Over that process, and if I'm correct, he sold the name when he sold the company. So I'm curious as to what his justification for going after them is. Okay, Master 82, you said he gets paid for using Shirt Trader. Okay. No wonder he pushes it so much. I didn't know that. No wonder he pushes it so much, because I've never seen anybody who push Shirt Trader as much as he does. I mean, a foreign broker, why would you push people into, in a situation like that? But, now that he's got a conflict of interest, and I know that, that justifies it. What's going on, Jose Guzman? Uh-oh. Let me get out of there. HOS. Clicking banner ads. EHOS. Let me see here. EHOS. All right, so good day today. 150% gain on the stock today. 237 million shares traded. Again, though, let us know what's going on here. in EHOS. I'm not sure what else. The company right now isn't in compliance. eHouse Global is the ticker. EHOS. The company is involved in acquiring, merging, and joint venturing in its fully operational marijuana businesses. The company is currently seeking acquisitions in cultivation. The second tier of development for the company is to expand into other sectors that support the growing marijuana industry. Okay. Sitting at 0005 right now. The ticker is eHouse Global. I love the way the stock is moving, but I see here the company, as I said earlier, is not in compliance right now, but definitely one to watch. Definitely one to watch. We had a gentleman call up yesterday, and if you guys remember, he brought up LBTG, and that's a company that's not in compliance, but I watched it today, and this guy was the real deal. He called up here after the stock, carried yesterday, I would believe it was 37%. And I thought, okay, stock out of compliance, no, paperwork whatsoever. He called up and said it was Obama's fault, the fact they didn't upgrade their paperwork. Sure enough, the stock goes to 60% today. Incredible move. Incredible move. Incredible move. That's LBTG. And I'll be doing a video on that soon. Liberty Coal Energy is the ticker. Supposedly they're going to be upgrading that situation, fixing the website, and as well as submitting the paperwork. So we'll see on that. We will see on that. H.H. Gregg. Let me see. Is that HHG? HGG, excuse me. H.H. Gregg. Struggling company, man. Struggling company. If anything, I believe they're going bankrupt, man. So be very careful if you're going to deal with HGG, H.H. Gregg, man. If they drop that bankruptcy notice on you, that stock is gonna collapse. You're gonna lose about 15, 16 cents on that, and it's already dirt cheap at 39 cents a share. So be very careful if you're sitting in that, because if they drop that notice, it's game over. 847, you're on the air. What's up?
847, aka Ryan, your buddy Ryan outside Chicago.
Ryan, what's going on, man?
Hey, buddy, what's happening?
Hey, talk about the stock you want to talk about, man. I think I know why you're calling up.
So, here's the deal. So, stock ticker POTN, POTN.
Yes.
I'm hearing things of, first off, they're in the cannabis oils.
Mm-hmm.
And as you guys can see, there was a press release put out a couple days back for OWCP, as well as Bud, BUDZ, and all the big marijuana stocks went crazy a couple days ago, as you guys know. The press release through PR Newswire was a general press release just for, it included 8 tickers, and 7 of the 8 tickers went 70% to 300% in gains 2 days ago. It mentioned that hemp extract as well as THC is going to be huge for the legal marijuana industry.
Mm-hmm.
Now, POTN was not mentioned in that, but that's what they do. They merge with CBD, cannabis, diamond oils. And the word on the street is they might be, hopefully they're mentioned in something next week. That's what everybody's hoping, excuse me. And I think when they're mentioned in a big PR, in a general PR about oils, because they were left out 2 days ago, I think that stock's going to skyrocket because they do about $8 million in revenue currently.
Yes.
What's your take on that? I mean, have you looked into it? What do you think?
I'm incredibly positive about it. I mean, I created an ad just before the show just to let people know about it. I don't know if you saw that ad that I aired.
I did not.
But I mean, POTN, as I said here, you're getting it at a discount, and I think the sky's the limit for this right now. We just saw what's been going on with a couple other plays. We already looked at OWCP being one at the forefront of that stock that, again, traded at a penny a share. Then we saw it go to as high as $3. Not saying that's going to happen to this one, but even if it does half of what OWCP did, I'd be happy with that. And I still think the opportunities are still available out there right now. And if you're looking for it, in particular, it's definitely going to be on POTN moving forward in the next couple of weeks, among some other great stocks as well.
Wonderful, man. Thanks for the insight, and keep doing what you're doing. Been a fan for a couple of years, even before some of these people heard about you.
Yeah.
Been with you from day one, and you've always done a hell of a job. And I look forward to the future.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much for the call, Ryan.
All right, buddy. Have a good night.
All right. So that's the homie Ryan, man. That guy goes way back before the show, goes way back, man. And when he calls up and gives you a ticker, that's the one you need to jump on. Okay, the dude knows his business, and I'm not just saying that to say it. The guy knows how to make some money in penny stocks. And as I told you earlier, POTN in the ad, you're getting it at a discount. This is the time to get in. This is the time to get in. Look, I've told you several times stocks that are going to run. People that called me, and I shared that information with you. Okay, and you saw what happened to those stocks, right? You saw it. So I just had another friend call up and told you POTN. So when that stock runs, don't say I didn't tell you. All right, you know the stock you need to get tomorrow. That's POTN. 786. You're on the air. What's up?
Hey, Sal. Sorry for the bother. Do you think that you could post a link for the Discord chat?
Oh, yes. I can definitely post a link to the Discord chat. I know somebody will probably beat me to it, but yes, you will see that in the chat room shortly. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a great night.
All right, not a problem. Shout out to 786 calling about the Discord room. That's becoming more and more popular, and you guys need to be talking about POTN in that Discord room because that's what's hot. All right. Yeah, that's the first girl to call up in quite a while. Somebody post up that there you go. Thank you so much, Travi. There it is right there in the chat room. Go ahead and click that and join us in the Discord room. A great place to share OTC tickers. And Ryan, if you're not, go ahead and join that down there too if you get a chance to, Ryan, if you're still watching. All right, so let's keep it moving. Here. POTN, again, our stock to watch for tomorrow and the future. And take a look at that ad, Ryan, if you get a chance. I know I'm still streaming, so it might be too hard to be able to see right now as I'm still streaming. But before the show, anytime somebody looks at it, that's going to pull up. BSTG, Biostage Incorporated. This is the stock that had the gap down. We had somebody call about this yesterday as well. The stock had the gap down. It's working its way through the gap now. It's slow, right? It's been kind of slow. I mean, you're up only 8 cents a share over the course of almost 12 days now, which isn't bad. I mean, it's because it's been pretty stable. The ride's been pretty stable. And look, if you're looking to get some real gains on this, you got to hold it for quite a while. So BSTG, cheap stock, you're holding it, and it's holding pretty well. Nothing crazy in the stock. All right, nothing crazy in the stock. Broker for non-U.S. citizen, look at Trade Zero. If you're outside of the country and you're looking for a good broker with decent fees and you want access to OTC stocks, look at Trade Zero. Trade Zero, think of SureTrader without the horrible customer service. But Trade Zero does not accept anyone from the United States of America. They will cancel your account if you try to apply to Trade Zero and you live in the United States of America. All right? Only foreign citizens use Trade Zero. TradeZero.blta. And let them know I sent you on Twitter. All right? BLTA. BLTA is is it called Baltia Airlines? Baltia Airlines. This is a company that's been around for some time. The CEO's been trying to raise money to start his airline. I'm very familiar with this company because this is a company out of Michigan, and he's actually trying to start his airline out of DTW, Detroit International. So Baltia Airlines is supposedly wants to be an airline that has kind of like a JetBlue type of feel to it. It's going to run, major cities on the East Coast and then eventually expand into international offerings. BLTA is the ticker. Has been running very well right now. Who knows how high this can go? As you can see here, it did run back in November, and we're sitting just above those highs. Actually, yeah, just above those highs right now. I would definitely look into that breakout if I were you, if you're really serious into this. I do see here you have another top there in August of 2015 at 008. At 008. So you look to be breaking that top from November tomorrow, and then the sky's the limit for that. All right? You got a wall there at 008 you got to pay attention to. BLTA. Very, very memorable airline. Off the top of my head, Desert Edge, that's the only OTC airline from what I remember, BLTA. There might be another one. I do know there's another OTC, not an airline, but it's a high net worth plane service. So they don't necessarily own planes, but you can schedule flights through them for private jets. I'd have to go on my Twitter account and look for that, but I know somebody here probably knows what it is. All right. ACOL, ACOL. ACOL now breaking below the 20-day moving average on the daily chart. So ACOL, I would wait on that. I would wait on that. Looks like you can get it cheaper here relatively soon, ACOL. And what's the catalyst moving forward there? What's the catalyst moving forward? I don't know what the catalyst is. I know what the catalyst is for POTN, you know, for CBIS, for MJNA, and for many of these other marijuana stocks that are running. Okay. 420 is right around the corner. And by the way, shout out to the guy who brought up that other stock too, FUTL, yesterday. FUTL did another great day. I got to give a round of applause. He brought that up out of nowhere. And this is the kind of gains we like to see here. This is the kind of gains we like to see here. FUTL, nice gain for the stock today, 4%. But this is, you know, in association with what happened yesterday, which was a 35% run. So you're looking at well over 40% gained in your money on 2 days, you know, on 2 days of trading. That's what I want to see in POTN as well. USMJ. Yeah, USMJ. Okay, so USMJ, not much going on here. Not much going on USMJ. You still need some more volume in this one, man. It's got a lot of shares out there. You know, USMJ, unfortunately, has got a lot of shares out there, man. I'm looking at the float of almost 12 billion shares, bro. That's a lot of fucking float. That's a lot of fucking float. 12 billion shares floating? I mean, do you know how many people you need to get into this stock to move that? You know, and I'm just to be honest with you, man, you might want to look, you know, take your money somewhere else. You know, take your money somewhere else. You know, if you're sticking in the similar price range, why not look at MJMJ? But MJMJ still hasn't got their compliance situation together. They still haven't gotten their compliance situation together. But I would look at another one, you know, seeing price range. Why not POTN? You could look there. You can look at what I just brought up, FUTL. All right. Although FUTL, you're buying it kind of high. That's why we like, you know, to buy stocks on those down days, preferably, especially if you feel like you're at a floor, because you're getting it, one, at a discount, and two, you have a lower risk of losing. You have a lower risk of losing. That's why you don't really like to buy in the stocks too high unless there's an additional catalyst, more news coming out. So, you know, when you see a stock that's red, unless you feel that, you know, it's going to go lower, you buy that because you want to be able to get in at a discount and be able to, you know, enjoy the appreciation when the sentiment turns around. Okay. Best penny stock simulator. There's a app for Android and Apple, I think, called Stock Trainer. But I don't believe they have OTC stocks. There's been I don't know of a paper trading app or broker that allows you to paper trade OTC stocks. I know TradingView does have a paper trading. It is delayed, but TradingView does have paper trading. It is free from what I know. And you can buy OTC stocks on there. But again, it is delayed. Yeah, ERBB. Thank you, Mike Reynolds, for bringing that up. ERBB. Nice day for ERBB. iFan. iFan as well. LEXG. All those tickers you just brought up, really good. Really, really good. Really, really good. LEXG, the lithium exploration company, is this the company that decided to switch into marijuana? If I'm correct, I believe they made a switch. Or are they still in the lithium business? All right, you guys might want to do some work on that. You might want to do some work on that because I'm not sure on that LEXG one. All right, phone lines are open. Phone lines are open. What's up, Three Hooks? Wow, up 900%. Yeah, absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. VRSSF versus Systems. What is this about? VRSSF versus Systems. What business are they in? Developing software that allows video game publishers and developers to offer prize-based matches and tournaments of their games. Okay, versus Systems, new to me. VRSSF. 586, you're back on.
Yeah, hi Sal, it's Mark again. Did you have a chance to look to RSII recently?
We had somebody call up about that. That's the Rising India. This is another OTC affiliated play. We have talked about it a couple times here on the show. But if you have any new information to share, I'd be looking to hear it.
Actually, it jumped today like another 50%.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was, I want to take your brain if like technically the chart, how it looks like.
Well, I mean, the chart is beautiful right now. I mean, look at those candlesticks. You had a doji, Longwick doji yesterday, which is supposed to scare investors away, but obviously it didn't with today's candlestick showing you definitely a lot of confirmation of bullish action in RSII. I'm looking to see where this movement is coming from here, and I'm checking the social. I was checking Twitter. Okay, I see a couple of names of people who are associated with, and yeah, I can definitely see why they're behind this because it is moving very, very aggressively.
Okay.
Okay.
Could be like a pump.
Well, it could very well be. Could very well be. I mean, you can say that about every OTC stock, that it could be pumped. But sometimes you have people who are naturally interested, and if a stock has been depressed for a very long time, and momentum picks up, and people get excited. So sometimes it's not always a pump, but RSII definitely enjoying now 7 days straight of gains. I mean, definitely enjoy that to anybody who's in it.
Okay, how to differentiate between a pump and dump and like let's say OWCP. So it jumped crazy in 5 months to like $3 maybe yesterday.
Yeah.
Is there it was like big news, like profit, revenue, or just news like we'll do this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that.
Well, yeah, I mean that was interesting on OWCP because this was a stock that had ran previously but cooled off and went kind of depressed for some time and eventually just found its mojo again. I mean, I haven't seen any evidence that OWCP was being pumped. From what I see, it's an Israeli-based research company that ran before the elections as well. It did some things before the election as well, like many other weed stocks. Ran in January, but cooled off, and all of a sudden, A plus B equals C, man, and it took off. But I didn't see any serious momentum, that looked like a pump to me.
Yeah, the company, it's not in the U.S. It's not in the U.S.
That's correct. Yeah. This company, it's an Israeli-based company, and they're into the research of cannabis, looking to use cannabis to solve really serious diseases like psoriasis and many other things. And so definitely very interesting.
Okay, you asked about LEXG. It's a lithium company. It did not enter the cannabis, but yesterday, actually maybe today morning, they announced that they have good result of like probably like I'm not sure what we call it. The emission, the engine emission. They like save like 1,000% of the emission. Not save. They decrease the emission like by 1,000%. So
Okay.
that's why it's a lithium. It did not enter the cannabis, but probably they're doing something good.
Yeah. Okay.
That's you asked about this, and I just looked up. So there's a company that NSEH.
NSEH.
Yeah.
New State Energy
New State.
Holdings. All right.
Exactly.
What do you know about this one?
I know that it's like in discount now. I mean, you can get into this company, but I'm not sure about the future. Like I believe like a month ago they tried to organize and to update their share, the structure of their share. They retire some convertible notes, some shares actually, and they finish some convertible notes. But I mean, it's in discount now. It's good to get, like buy low and sell high. So probably this is one of it's under this criteria, maybe.
Yeah, no, I mean it's definitely sitting at what I would consider a sweet spot. This is the volume. Again, a lot of people would look at this and say, "Oh, it's not doing anything," but this is what people look at and say, "Okay, has it ran before?" And I do see some action here. So this is what we call, some people would call this even a virgin ticker. So a ticker that hasn't really had any significant movement, and it's history. So I would want to go online. Let me see here if I could just see where we are in terms of the float. If OTC is right, December 14th, there's only 10 million shares floating. I'd have to, maybe if somebody can verify that one, but yeah, that's relatively low float. That's a very very low float. Okay. Yeah,
I believe it was before, like it jumped to like I'm not sure, it was like in the penny land or more.
Okay. Yeah, I do see where it touched a penny. Yeah, I do see where it touched a penny. November of 2016. It looks like it made a little bit of a run here, a couple days, but nothing significant. But yeah, at these depressed prices, if you're looking to get in at 0008 that it's sitting on right now, it actually wouldn't look too bad. You've definitely got a lot of support at these prices. You would have to be a little bit patient, but as we see, the patient people do win over time. So.
Yeah. Another ticker very similar to this is SVTE. I found those tickers like today, SVTE. So I was thinking, it's probably good price discount to get in and sell, maybe in a month or so.
And what's that ticker again?
SVTE.
SVTE. Okay, service team.
SV, SV. S Susan, V Victor, T Tim, E.
Yeah, service team, right?
Yes, service team. Yeah.
All right, so service team, SVTE. Yeah, I heard about this company as well. This is a company that has been pumped before. Okay, as you can see the chart, it has ran before. And you can go throughout the history of this stock in 2016. There were definitely opportunities. You could have been able to make quite a bit of money on Service Team. And yes, Service Team is depressed right now. And at the triples, this is probably when you would want to get in Service Team. Nice call on that.
They are in the automotive business. Yeah, they are in the automotive business. And I believe they're trying to do some business in Europe and Asia.
Yeah, Service Team is definitely a stock we've talked about here on the show a while ago. But yeah, now at these depressed prices, this is definitely in the triples. You would probably want to, make a little bit of an investment here.
Exactly. Yeah. I know that we talked about GBSN before, Great Basin. What do you think about this company?
I mean, Great Basin. The thing about Great Basin is that if it does run, it doesn't run for, a period of time where you can get other people excited about the stock. Two, if I remember on Great Basin, the float is ridiculous. Let me look at, all right, so I can't even find it here on OTCs. But I know the float on Great Basin is ridiculous. I think it's well over, I want to say 700 million or probably even more. You might want to check that for me, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
I'm gonna check it.
But
yeah.
Great
But I
Basin.
mean, like, yeah. Go ahead.
But Great Basin. I mean, it's. I don't know. I just feel like there are better opportunities when it comes to that stock. But we'll see. I mean, things have ran that I didn't think were going to run, so we'll see what happens on Great Basin. But off the top of my head, I really don't have an idea, really.
Yeah. If you like do some research on them, like they're good in marketing, man. They release a lot of press release, and they said that they have a lot of things in their pipeline. So I'm not sure, So I said, oh, this is very discounted like ticker. So
oh yeah, it's
why
dirt
not
cheap.
get in?
Yeah, it's definitely dirt cheap. And when I look at the news on GBSN, it looks like they're pretty active. But the problem is that all of this news that they're putting out, and they've put out quite a bit of announcements here since November. I'm looking at almost well over, what is that, maybe even 20 announcements, press releases.
Yeah.
So, but as we can look at the chart, that really hasn't translated into any kind of real movement in the stock. If anything, they're selling shares, people are buying them, and the stock is still going down. So, and if we look at the chart, as volume has grown, the price has actually been going down. So we probably have individuals who are converting debt into shares, and it's just increasing again the float, and preventing the stock from moving higher. As you can see here, as the volume has been growing, it's actually going down. So we'll see what happens on that as it goes on.
I told you I'm an investor, but I like the idea to be a day trader too. So that's why I start to work more and do some research more. So that's why.
Oh no! I mean, Mark, stick to your style, man. I mean, as you called up here and earlier and said, man, you turned a small amount of money into quite a bit. So if that's working, stick with it. Yeah, stick with it.
It was in 4th month, but I lost the money then. I did not lose the money. I lost the profit, most of the profit. But I still believe in that company, that it will be uplisted like in 1 year. So maybe we'll get more.
We'll see.
Who knows?
Appreciate it. Thank you so much for the call, Mark.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. So yeah, shout out to Mark for those tickers. I out of all of them, I don't like GBSN. Out of all of them, I think he can do a lot better than that. What's going on, Trucker? LITH. This is another lithium play, just like LEXG, Trucker. So if you look into that lithium play, LITH and LEXG, those are your lithium plays. I think there are also a couple other lithium stocks out there trading on the OTC markets as well. LITH now just creeping. Looks like we're about to break over that 200-day moving average. We had that wick crack through it today. Here on the daily chart, huge volume coming into the stock today on LITH, and we're peaking now above the 200-day moving average, where we haven't been since December 19th of 2016. So we're very much at a new high for the stock over the last 3 months now. LITH, 2.5 million dropped on the stock today. The average 30-day volume was only 200,000 shares. Only 200,000 shares in U.S. lithium. And this is a stock that has ran before, as you can see in the chart. December highs as much as 8 cents a share, coming from as low as 2 cents a share, which represents about a 400% gain in that stock. And this is another stock that started off at a penny. If you can go back to the January 1st price, and that's 2016. But as you can see here, time sometimes makes it all good. LITH sitting at 4 cents a share. All right. Yeah, he brought up GBSN. Trading Jedi, what do you like about it? I'm not a big fan of it. What's going on, Michael JP? Dries. Look, Dries is doing what it did before that run. Do you guys remember how Dries was incredibly negative before the run? And then it got to a point where it was just way oversold and everybody jumped in for the run to $7 or $8 or whatever that was. So Dries is doing the exact thing. I would play the first serious bounce you see in Dries, because we know what can happen. It's doing it all over again. There's no doubt in my mind we're going to see another run in Dries this year. 847, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, buddy. I just want to cut in again real quick. First off, for all the people that don't know, how do they actually type to you? You might have gone over this a couple times. How do they type to you?
How do they type to me? You mean in the chat room?
Yeah, besides just calling in like I am or listening, how do people type? Because I've had about 12 people contact me in the last 10 minutes asking how they can type.
Okay. I mean, besides that, I mean, you would have the YouTube account, and then you would see me in the chat room, right next to the screen, and you should be able to type into the little box, and it shows right there on my.
Do they have to be on their desktop or laptop opposed to
Well,
their,
no, you can
iPhone?
see it on the phone too. Yeah, you can use the chat app on the phone as well as, but you have to be logged into YouTube. You have to have a Google account, and you of course have to be logged in, and then you see that chat box right underneath the screen.
I just wanted to make that aware and make it easy for everybody. We have a big, upcoming week. One other thing, to donate to just for what you do to the cause, I'd like to, for everything you've done, I'd like to donate to your PayPal right now. Can you give that address, that PayPal address out again?
Yes, it's simply paypal.me/good karma. PayPal.me/good karma.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and donate some money because, like I said earlier, man, just appreciate everything you've done, and I wanted to make sure everybody else out there had that link to be able to, you're doing this for free. I mean, people don't realize the hours and the time that you put into this, and I want you to be, I want a little money to go towards your company for everything you do.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much for the call, Ryan. I really, really appreciate it.
All right, buddy. Have a good night.
All right. So, look, I'm telling you guys right now, you're in the right business. You're in the right business trading OTC stocks. That guy who just got off the phone, as I said earlier, been with me a long time, man. Been with me a long, long time. And he's helped me become a better trader, a better businessman. And, friends are good. He's a good friend. He's a good friend. Good friend, So, yeah, I'm just keeping 100 with you guys. You guys are in the right place, man. You could be messing with and watching a lot of other people right now, but you're watching this because I'm putting the guys in front of you who want to see you succeed. The guys who want to see you succeed. And the guy who just got off the phone, I know he's a multimillionaire, many times over, many times over. So a lot of people don't realize it, man. I'm telling you guys. Stay on this train, watch it, because we're going up. We're going up. It's getting better every single day. All right? Appreciate that, Kenny Dutton. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But as to answer his question, yeah, you got to have a YouTube account. Have a YouTube account. Be logged in. You'll see the chat room at the bottom of the screen. You can go ahead and type into the chat room and participate in all the great things we got going on here. In the chat room. And shout out to everybody participating in the chat room, sharing tickers and information with each other. All right. Yeah, Winston, we just talked about BSTG. We talked about BSTG. Good stock. As we saw earlier, it dropped down, but we'll see. We'll see. It's making its way through the gap down. 704, you're on the air. What's up? 704, you there? 704. Okay, there you go. 704. All right.
Oh shit.
All right. Goodbye, 704. All right. KEM. All right. KEM. All right. Kemet Corporation. $10 a share. All right. Not my kind of stock. Nice move on the stock though. I mean, when you see a stock crossed the double digits, just got out of the penny world from 880 to 1040 today, $1.94 gain in the stock. Can't tell you much about it. I don't know what's going on with it, what line of business they're in. As you can see here, the chart was lovely. What's going on? Definitely a Trump stock. Jeez, that's a nice move. You let me know and tell me what's going on with this stock, KEM. Okay, definitely a Trump stock. That stock didn't do shit until Donald Trump got elected, and all of a sudden it's running. Yeah, I saw PULM take off again, and this is a stock that did an incredible run to end the month of January. Now PULM looking to make a comeback based on that. If you can see the chart today, as you can see here, strong, late morning open. That was the thing that was really interesting. It was a late morning open, and crossed the day's high from the day before, and you buy that. I mean, anytime a stock crosses the high of the previous day, you definitely want to buy that, or the intraday high. Of course, you buy into that because who knows how far that can go. All right, but the fact that this is a stock that crushed the previous high the day before that, and even the day before that, and now flagging to the right, looking very promising tomorrow for PULM. All right. And again, ladies and gentlemen, I know Ryan reached about POTN. That's going to be the hot stock tomorrow and for the next rest of the week. I'm telling you, I know he's not just talking to me about it. He's talking to a lot of his other wealthy friends about it. Okay. And at just barely a penny a share, 3 pennies, you're up 200% if we go to 3 cents. That's why I love those solid numbers like that, at 2 cents, 3 cents, and this is actually at 1, slightly above that. You say, how can we set up our TradingView chat? Well, I'm not using TradingView right now. I have a video, Dominic, called Setting Up TradingView Charts. Have you seen that, Dominic? I have a video called Setting Up Your TradingView Charts. I have a video called that. Trucker, you said it's getting crowded in here. That's what's up, man. Hello, Sandra. 571, you're on the air. What's up?
I wanted to tell you, I don't know if you guys know about the news with Sean Spicer, the House Press Secretary, announced 4 hours ago that there's a warning for the marijuana industry.
Yeah, we started the show talking about that, and we discussed it briefly. But let me get your idea on it. What do you think that's going to do to the industry and specifically to stocks? I mean, you think it's going to affect the market, or is it basically maybe a slip of the tongue and things will go as usual?
When Trump said something, I feel like the guy just keeps his word. I'm not a fan of him, but he just keeps his word on everything.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the scary part there. He hasn't really commented, I guess, on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a feeling something's probably not going to go right for all of us.
That's my thing, is I haven't heard him personally say anything about it. And when Trump specifically says something, then I think I'll take it a little bit more seriously. Although I didn't like the fact that, some guy who's probably maybe fourth in command of from him, talking about, the fact that they're looking to strengthen restrictions against it, and then starting to enforce the federal laws. But that's definitely something we got to be aware of. But until something literally comes out of his mouth, I'm going to pretend like I didn't hear that, and hopefully that soothes me.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And one thing about that live chat you guys talking about, if you're doing it off your phone, all you have to do is just scroll all the way to the bottom. If you're watching the video on your phone, scroll all the way to the bottom, and the link is at the bottom. People don't realize you have to scroll to the bottom, basically.
All right. So, appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Hey, 571, you got a ticker for us at all?
Not at the moment. Not at the moment. Still trying to get confident with things, but thanks for all your free info and all the support from everybody on here.
Not a problem, man. Appreciate the call. Thank you. All right. Appreciate the call, 571. Thank you so much. All right. Right now I'm using Free Stock Charts. FreeStockCharts.com. That's what I'm using right now on the thing. It looks a lot better on my feed than TradingView. I think TradingView, the candlesticks were a little bit too small, and I like the fact that I can zoom in just like that a lot closer to the thing. Because you got some people out here, older guys watching the show. The eyes aren't necessarily the best. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we got POTN is what we were talking about, man. That's the move. That's the move, man. POTN. AMRS. I'm not sure what's going on with AMRS. Not sure what's going on. You tell me what's going on with this. You tell me what's going on with AMRS Biotechnologies. Integrated renewable products company providing sustainable alternatives to a broad range of petroleum source products. That reminds me of a POTI or PTOI that I did a review of today. That's one that hasn't done much in a while. All right, I posted that today on the channel.
Show eyes aren't necessarily the best.
770, you're on the air. What's up?
Yes, I'm calling about RGSE.
Yeah, we are P.
All right, go ahead and lower my voice in the background, please, if you can.
Okay.
All
RGSE.
Right. RGSE. Okay, so Real Good Solar. This is a stock that's ran previously. Looks like to get a 2% gain today. Let me look at what's been doing for the couple days here on that daily chart. All right, so as you can see, February hasn't been the nicest to the stock at all. Why do you like it, and why are you bringing it up?
I was over in California with some family, and I was looking at all the solar, just the solar lights, and I mean, whether solar for the houses and some of the buildings. So, and I ended up investing into this stock, but it ended up splitting, doing a reverse split. But
okay, yeah, volume's been pretty nice over the last month, but the volume hasn't necessarily helped the price so much. You still got some selling going on, but today, decent day, 2% gain in the stock. Solar company, okay, trades on the NASDAQ. Yeah, this is a stock that has ran before, but right now you're under the 20-day moving average, just barely. I think the 20-day is actually sitting right now at 240 and RGSE. So, I mean, you got a ways away. You're going to have to be patient on this one. Hopefully you can start seeing volume get a little bit more stabilized, too. You're barely hanging on there.
okay, and got one more, WKHS. So they just teamed up with UPS.
And what's the ticker to that one? WFK?
No, WKHS. They're going to do the drone for UPS.
Okay. All right, so these are definitely more. All right, so this is NASDAQ play, Workhorse Group, based out of Loveland, Ohio. The company manufactures electronically powered delivery and utility vehicles. Okay, so kind of like a drone play, as you just said. When did that news come out that they were going to do the for UPS?
If you go to workhorse.com, that's where I found the information at, on workhorse.com.
Do you know when that information came out, though? Is it recent or?
Yeah, it was just recent.
Okay. All right, so slight move in the stock, but I didn't see the kind of move you would expect to see when news comes out like that. I see maybe here 15th through the 21st. That was nice. And then obviously, unloyal bidders are getting out here. All right, so a slight pullback in the stock now. You're just sitting above the 20-day. Be patient. I mean, again, this is the only thing I can tell you on that. You had guys come in based on that news. If that was, in fact, something that was delivered recently here and it was responsible for some gains here. But, of course, the unloyal money is going to take its profits and leave. And we'll see what happens, as the days go on.
Okay. Thank you.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I mean, Workhorse is relatively new. And I think on the OTC level, we have a drone stock, too, at the OTC level, right? I do believe we have a drone stock on that trades on the OTC. If you guys know it, let me know. It says 2-day old news. That's what I was wondering. I was like, when did it release? Because I'm looking at the chart and I don't see the impact of a small cap company that has been awarded the opportunity to build drones, for UPS. I think that would be, you would see that in the chart, and I don't see it. And if it was, in fact, 2 days ago, this could be it right here, increasing volume, increasing stock price. But as we know, good news eventually turns into old news. And, the unloyal traders will always, sell on the news. And that's basically what they did. And a slight pullback on the stock here. And we'll see if it is indeed, balance sheet changing news, you'll see it in the stock eventually. You'll see it in the stock eventually. Okay, DRNE, drone aviation. DRNE, okay. Appreciate you guys for bringing that up. Who brought that up, man? Zozo Trader and Mike Reynolds, thank you so much. DRNE, which is literally called Drone Aviation Holding, trades at the highest level of the OTC exchange, which is OTCQX. The only problem about the QX is that it's very, very rare would you see a QX stock with significant amount of volume. The QX has the highest level of transparency, so you basically are trying out for the NASDAQ and for the New York Stock Exchange. So they're relatively stable companies, well, should be stable companies to trade on that level. And they're boring. And for the most part, they're pretty boring. So you're not going to see an incredible amount of volume on that exchange. All right. Juan Diaz, no, the MJ sector is not dead. The MJ sector is not dead. There's still an incredible amount of opportunities out here. Okay. That didn't come out of the horse's mouth until you hear Donald Trump say, I'm cracking down on anybody who wants recreational weed. Just brush that off. That's how I feel about it. That's how I'm going to take it. All right. Until the man in charge, you know what I'm saying, says it, then we're just going to keep going. 650, you're on the air. What's up?
Hi, this is Sandra. I have a ticker for you.
All right, Sandra, what you got for us?
So I've been looking, I know this has been mentioned in your show quite a few times before, but CBIS, it's a marijuana stock.
Yeah, CBIS, one of the classics, been around for a while, very stable, reminds me a lot of MJNA. Yeah, this is not a stock you're going to wake up and be down 30-40% on. It's got a very loyal following as well, and some actual operations. Now, what do you like about Cannabis Science for yourself as a shareholder?
So I like to look at the MACD histogram like as a good indicator for where it's going to move.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm starting to try to predict that within the next week or two, it's kind of the last chance to get it at these low prices because I feel like it's really going to go up.
Yeah, Cannabis Science, compared to some other smaller, OTC weed stocks, hasn't moved over the last, couple of days, over the last week. I think we've been funneling now between, 11 and maybe the high 12s, high 12 cents. So I could definitely see Cannabis Science, as you said, making a strong move here higher because it's a delayed reaction here.
And they said they apparently they just either bought 100 acres or sold 100 acres to CBCA, which is their sister company. That one's trading at, I think, $9 right now. I just feel like it's one of those ones that's just going to keep going up. I've noticed that with the volume, like once it hits around 10 million in volume, that's like when it shoots up and it almost doubles in price every single time.
Okay.
I feel like that's coming in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, okay, I do see that article here that came out February 17th where they acquired, as you said, a 100-acre investment in Cannabis Sciences California Nevada property. So this is another company, Crown Boss Capital, which acquired a stake in CBIS's California as well as their Nevada property and drug development projects. Okay. All right. So
you think it's a good, big potential, big gainer in the next few months?
Oh, well, very well. I mean,
it
very well could. It's setting up like it. I mean, it's definitely setting up like it. You're across the November highs, which is when it running because we were based on the fact that we had, I want to say 9 or 10 states that were running for legalization. And many of the stocks that are running today created all-time highs at that time. We're now above that when we look at the chart here on CBIS. So now at 11 cents a share, you're sitting on that 20-day moving average line on the daily chart and well above the 200-day. So you got momentum on your side as we look at on the daily chart. So we'll definitely see over the next couple of days. Down, it was a sideways day for the stock today, but if somebody's looking to get in, you're definitely getting in at a good price because you got a lot of support at this level, as you can see here on the daily chart. And this is a great opportunity for someone to get in and possibly benefit off some gains in the next couple of days.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I just want to say I've been watching your show for a few months now. I started off like not knowing anything about trading, and I'm just learning a lot.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you, Sal.
All right, appreciate that. You had a young lady call in, appreciate that. And that makes me want to take a look at MJNA real quick. All right, so MJNA sitting at just a little bit higher, but very much like CBIS. This one's slightly below that 20-day moving average, but again, two stocks that I like to compare to each other. CBIS and MJNA. They have relatively similar. Obviously, CBIS is showing a lot more potential. A lot more potential right now is CBIS. But yeah, both of those companies are what I call the classics. I mean, they've been around for a long time. CBIS, if you go back as far as 2014, 2012, they put up incredible gains at that time. All right, both MJNA and CBIS. So these are the more mature cannabis plays that have been around for a long time. If you're adverse to risk, you're going to look at these plays: CBIS, MJNA, TRTC, CANN. Those kind of stocks that have been around for quite a while. All right, appreciate the caller with that one. Thanks for bringing up CBIS. It's been a minute. Since we brought that chart up. Yeah, we talked about AMMJ, man. We talked about AMMJ. Yeah, I appreciate that, Londale Carter. We talked about AMMJ. We didn't, it's kind of like, eventually. No, actually, I don't think this was AMMJ. No, I don't believe this is the one we talked about earlier. Hold on. You guys know we go through so many charts here. AMMJ. This is not the stock we talked about that had 700 million shares floating. This is AMMJ, American Cannabis. 25 million shares currently floating, if it's right. And that was last verified on January the 18th. AMMJ. This kind of almost looks like it's losing steam. It looks like it's losing steam. You had a couple good days here. You got above $1, and then you had a strong pullback after $1. Now sitting at 84 cents. If you're looking to retest that high, or if you think it's going to retest that high, you're sitting just above support, which is, I want to say 76 cents looking at the chart here. You got a lot of support at that 76 cents level. So you're just above that at 84. We know what the catalyst is moving these stocks. So you might not get a second chance. And many of these marijuana stocks, especially if you're looking at some that are down, as we just pulled up CBIS, we just pulled up POTN, we just pulled up some other stocks that were down. If you wait too long, you might not get a chance to get in, because I do foresee the ones that haven't been running starting to finally catch up with the ones that have been running. Okay? Yes, MJNA, T-Style, yes. MJNA is the one that we kind of leaving behind. We're kind of leaving behind. Okay? Yeah, Penny Stock Guru. Yeah. Look, that's my guy, man. When he called up and told you guys POTN, I'm telling you, it's going to run. It's going to run. Okay? When I know a guy who I know for a fact is a millionaire picks up the phone and has millionaire friends in this penny stock game and says, you need to get yourself in POTN, you know what I'm saying? He's not doing it because, for nefarious reasons, because he thinks you can win. Especially when he tells me. All right, AZFL. Yeah, AZFL has been another winner. AZFL was kind of scary today because AZFL, if you look at the chart on AZFL, you were in the green practically all day until the last 10 minutes. That's when you went red. So I'm very, very concerned about AZFL tomorrow. I'm very, very concerned that AZFL may be out of momentum, and we could be seeing a pullback here on the stock. You're up huge over the last couple of days. 920, you're on the air.
What's going on, side of JB on 85?
Hey, what's up, man?
Nah, man. Hey, so I got this one stock. It's a marijuana play. It's at LATF.
Okay, LATF. Okay. And I think it's actually pronounced Latino food, right? I think it's actually pronounced.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. The thing I like most about it is that it's a 0001 ax and a 0001 bid. So with all these marijuana stocks going, with it being at a 0001.
Okay. Now this one, Latino Food Corp. See, now this one, all right. So the company's listed as dark and defunct, and one of the things I like to look at a stock is whether or not the company is out here actually still, performing operations. And one thing I don't see in this stock is that they haven't published any financial or SEC filings since September 15th of 2015. Were you aware of that at all?
No, I wasn't.
Okay. So, some stocks where you have tickers that are still just kind of floating out there and people are buying. I also see LATF hasn't produced any news in 2016. Any news in 2016 at all. They didn't submit anything. So, 0001 stock, I think you're taking a big risk here with that. Going in here, obviously the stock hasn't, no news, no corporate information, anything. Website's not working. Let me see. Is the website working? Let me see.
I think the website is working. I did check on the website, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to the one listed on OTCmarkets.com, and it's going to the hosting, the domain park page. So unfortunately, the one that they put on OTC Markets isn't working. So
okay.
Yeah, I would pass on that. I think the risk is just too great.
All right. Well, speaking of running with no news, I got a marijuana stock that was running on no news that hasn't posted any news at all. Either it's CBMJ.
Okay, Canna Consumer Goods. All right, so this is one of those rare ones that rarely gets talked about. It's on the Marijuana Index website. You guys can pull that up if you're looking for those obscure MJ plays. Go to marijuanaindex.com. You'll see all the ones that are listed North America as well as international MJ plays. This is one of those rare obscure ones. Doesn't get as much volume as, of course, the other popular ones. Nice day today, though. 22% gain on the stock. Okay. All right. So you're still above the 200-day moving average in the daily chart. So it has ran previously. Before then, it was pretty much a sleeper. It ran during the elections, cooled off. It had a nice 1 or 2, 3 day heat move here in January. But okay, nice little gain today. So this is a stock you want to see. Let me see here. Let me see where. One moment. And you're right. They haven't put out any news at all.
Yeah, it was another one that I had that was also running on no news. Those kind of caught my eye because, like I said, they hasn't posted any news in a while. They were running. So, and a lot of these marijuana stocks were down today. And one thing that I noticed too, a lot of them that were running were turnkeys. They, I guess they rent out buildings and stuff like that for growers and I guess dispensaries and stuff like that. So that's the ones that were actually running today. I think the other one. I think that might be one actually. If you look at the overview, I guess on the TD Ameritrade it has an overview to discuss the company.
Okay.
And I believe that that's one of the things they're doing. But it was like 3 of them that were running, and like I said, a lot of the marijuana companies were down today.
Yeah, a lot of them. Toward the end of the day, did have that issue. But okay, yeah. I mean, I like the way it's setting up. I like the way it's setting up on CBMJ. I do wish there was some news out there so we can see what the heck is going on. But I do see the company is in compliance. They put out some recent financial documentation as recently as November. So at least you got something to look at where the company is financially and something to build off on. So yeah, CBMJ, not bad, man. Appreciate it.
Okay. And what about wait, what was it? ERBB?
Yeah, ERBB. Hold on, ERBB. American Green. American Green is a marijuana play that they had gotten popular because they were going to make these vending machines. I don't know if you had heard about it, the marijuana vending machines, or they're going to sell like a CBD vending machine with like cookies and snacks. I don't know if they actually follow through with it or not. But that was their big shtick in 2016. But nice move in the stock today, 20%, almost 400 million gained in the stock today. Okay, American Green, yeah, it's been a runner in the past. You got a 003 in front of you. But we'll definitely be watching ERBB. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Hey, man, about the whole Sean, what's his name, Spice, the whole Spice guy. Yeah, I wouldn't really listen to him. He, like you said yourself, if it comes out of Trump's mouth, right, we have something to worry about. But Spicer, he don't be talking about nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as that though, it's always Canada though.
Appreciate it. Thank you for the call, man.
No doubt, sir. All right.
Yeah, I agree with what he said, man. I think Sean Spicer, I mean, he gets up there and he just starts winging it. He gets up there and starts winging it, and sometimes I think he knows what to say to rattle the left-leaning media. He rattles them up a little bit. I think he knows what to say. He knows exactly what to say, and I think he got ahead of himself. That's why he kept pulling back after they continue to go after him for it. SFOR was on our list yesterday. Did you catch that? SFOR was on our list yesterday. I'm actually in that one right now. That's why I had brought it up yesterday, Matt. Yeah, I brought that up yesterday on the show. Where at the end of the day, when we gave the tickers, SFOR was on our list, and SFOR was definitely a stock to watch that I brought up on the show yesterday that I thought would be really, really good for people. And sure enough, it delivered. SFOR, Strike Force Technology, not a weed play, just pure. Used to run, can run again. Used to run, can run again. 251, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, Sarah, man. This is Anthony, man. How you doing?
Oh, doing good. What's up with you?
Oh, man, I got a ticker I want you to look at for me because I've been sitting on it, and it looked like it don't even move, man, sometimes, when the market is open. The ticker is TBCT.
TBCT.
Tell me what you think about it.
All right, so I'm not even TBCT.
Yeah.
I'm not pulling up anything on TBCT. Tom, boy, cat, Tom? Hello? Hello? Am I talking to myself here? All right, okay. I think he hung up. But yeah, I wasn't. Oh, PVCT. Okay, PVCT. If that's what he was talking about, PVCT, then yeah, PVCT, that's a stock that was depressed for a long period of time. But you're sitting pretty lately, though, PVCT. You're sitting pretty lately, if that's what... And this is a OTC biotech play. This is an OTC biotech play. And I want to say this is one of the companies that used to trade, or maybe I have it confused with another one. One of those companies that used to trade on the NASDAQ but got delisted. I don't think this is one of them. But PVCT, nice day today on the stock. You're back on, 251. Oh, you hung up again. Not sure what's going on with your phone, 251. I'm picking up and then you're hanging right up. So I'm not sure what's going on with your phone there. PVCT, yeah, nice day today, though. Very strong day today. So 2 days in a row of really, really strong growth in the stock. 251, you're back on.
Yeah, I'm sorry, sir. I don't know what the hell wrong with this damn phone. It's T as in Tom,
Mm-hmm.
D as in dog,
Okay.
P as in cat, P as in Paul.
Okay. 3D Icon.
Yeah.
3D Icon.
Tell me what you think about that company there, because I tried to call a couple of days and they look like they always was in the meeting, and some of the stuff that I read on them was, some of it was federal funded,
Now,
that
when
was
you-
a while back.
Now, when you say somebody was in a meeting, so somebody picked up?
Yes, the secretary or something, and they told me that they was in a meeting.
And they
every
said,
time I tried to
and they
call.
said 3D icons and blah blah blah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. So I do see the recent announcement. Press release was January 24th. Yeah, you got a lot of these OTC companies now. They use like answering services. So, but it sounded like an American woman. It sounded like a American.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, American.
Okay. Interesting. 3D
So I
icon.
just wanted your thought, and your opinion on that particular company, because sometimes it don't even look like it's trade.
Yeah, it's doesn't have the greatest amount of volume, especially for this price. You want to see a lot more volume. Barely 1 million shares traded recently in the stock, but the float isn't too bad. I mean, the float is actually not too bad. Let me see here. TDP, is it? I'm trying to see if it's done anything. I'm seeing some movement back in 2012, but who knows if it was the same company back then. With that being said, yeah, the volume started coming in December and January. If I pull up this monthly chart, as we see the stock over the course of each candlestick being a month, I'm starting to see a buildup in volume starting as far back as December into January. So far, February, the stock is pulled back. But, all right, it's definitely one to watch. Definitely one to watch. They've got a really interesting business based on.
Yeah, that's one of my long-term plays too.
Yeah, patented glasses for 360 3D display. So I'm trying to figure out. Okay, all right. I'd have to read a little bit more about what exactly the business is about. It says auto 3-dimensional volumetric full hemisphere video displays. All right, I'm not getting that. I need to figure out what exactly they mean by that. All right, appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the call, man.
All right, sir. Take it easy, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
All right, thanks a lot. Yeah, a bit of a confusing play. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Yeah, it looks like garbage now. But obviously, the price has been building as we pull up the monthly chart, as we try to identify what is going on, if we have a possible sleeper. And so far, nothing much right now. Okay. Raybo, you said, what's all the excitement? The chart doesn't look like much in POTN. Well, that's the thing, because it's going to light up. It's going to light up. With the money that I know that's coming behind this, it's going to light up. Okay? Just watch it over the next couple of days if you don't plan on taking a position. Although I think it's in your best interest if you do, but we'll see what happens to the stock over the next several days for the lucky investors who get in at this discount price is trading at right now. Okay? Because we're going to test this recent high, and there's no doubt in my mind we're going to break through it. Yeah, everybody press that like button. If you enjoy the show and you're liking what we're seeing so far, press the like button. Okay? If you can't donate $1, donate a like. Okay? All right. Somebody brought up VPOR. I saw you in the chat room bring up VPOR. That's another stock we talked about yesterday, and sure enough, adds to the gains again today. VPOR looking beautiful over the last several days, man. What's going on with VPOR? Vapor Group leaving its competition in the dust. Vapor Group used to be like MSIG and a lot of those other little vapor pen groups. And MSIG, where is MSIG at now? At 34 cents. MSIG, all right, MSIG is its low flow partner, and MSIG now at 34 cents a share, just below the 20-day moving average on the daily chart. So MSIG struggling these last couple of days. Very similar chart to MJNA and CBIS. They're looking very, very similar right now. MSIG is another one of the stocks I call the classics. Been here, been around for a minute. All right. ATEC, Londell Carter, what's up, man? ATEC looking really scary, man. Looking really scary on ATEC. Looks like you're losing steam on that. What makes you think that's coming back? What makes you think that's coming back? Yeah, thank you for bringing up CETX, David. I think somebody else also brought up CETX, and I gotta commend Sanjay. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. The CEO, and I gotta give him that bomb on that one, man. Give him one of DJ Clues' bombs one more time, please. There we go. And the guy came out. The guy came out and addressed practically everything he said he was going to address. He addressed the rumors, the allegations, and the fact that he came out and said he's going to hold Seeking Alpha legally liable for what happened to the stock. That's huge. That's very, very huge. And it's about time somebody went after Seeking Alpha. I hate Seeking Alpha. I hate that website. I hate the fact that anybody can just go on there and make lies about stocks and, destroy people's lives, man. Destroy people's lives. Anybody can go to Seeking Alpha, write a nice 5 or 10 page article and, destroy people's lives, literally. And he got on the line today at about 11:30 and addressed all of those concerns and the fraud allegations and the promoting allegations. And the stock had taken a huge turn for the worst. I mean, the stock lost well over 50% of its value from the 21st until the 22nd, until like yesterday afternoon. And sure enough, now we're back up $2, almost $2, almost, well, let's say $1.30 a share since its lows yesterday afternoon. And CETX 20% gain today alone. And it's good to see him, standing out on this and being aggressive. Standing out on this and being aggressive. Okay, but I can't stand Seeking Alpha. And I hope they get sued and I hope they get shut down because, that's just a horrible website. Horrible, horrible website. I know they have made some changes, but I personally just don't like them. Okay. And it's so sad because we had, if you guys remember, we had Nicholas Bodnar here. Bodnar from Seeking Alpha. He was a prolific writer at Seeking Alpha, but he wasn't writing hit pieces. He was writing legitimate, articles about, how stocks were going to do and what he foresaw the stock, possibly doing in the future. Whereas, you have a lot of people who like writing hit pieces, man. And Seeking Alpha should be held responsible when people do that. People who don't have any financial education, who have no background, no accounting license or education. You can't just go up there and say that. Accuse people of stealing money, accuse people of embezzlement. You can't do that. You should be held responsible. Okay. Stock, you said it's 10,000. No, sir. I would never put $10,000 in a OTC play unless you put in maybe a couple, maybe 1,000 at max, and then if it continues to break those limits you have for yourself in terms of certain prices you want to see, then you add to the gain and add to the gain as the stock proves itself. I don't know about dropping $10,000 in a stock. If you got it like that, though, hold up. If you got it like that, though, then yeah. But if that's all you got, then hell no. You know, you got to remember we're playing the long game here. All right? I want to see you trading this time next year, 2 years from now. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see you put yourself in a situation and then, you know, I see you a year from now and you ain't trading, you ain't doing shit because you blew up your account in some stock. You said if you make $2 million, you buy me a $750. Yeah, I still go back and forth between BMW and Mercedes. I'm not sure on that one. I like BMW for performance, but I think Mercedes has a more classic look. All right, ICNB. Yeah, BMWs get dated real quick. Although I like the new ones, but BMWs, they get real dated very quickly. ICNB, iconic brands. Yeah, iconic brands again. This is the infused drink play. I just think that they're boring as hell. There's just nothing going on in ICNB. This is a stock that's ran before, but I just get bored of it. I just get bored of it. Oh, Kenny Novak, man. What can you say? What can you say? You know, I wish that guy would call back again, who called about LBTG, and he brought it up, and I'm looking at the ticker like, man, if you don't get off this phone, but sure enough, 2 days in a row of gains. The stock is now up 80% over the last 2 days. That's real money. That's real money. And in fact, the stock is off its highs because it got up to a high of 84% gain in the stocks. They're actually down from its highs. They're actually down from its highs. They're actually down from its highs. We haven't talked Futureland. We talked about that yesterday. That was on our list for today. FUTL, Futureland, in association with, I want to say, Future World. There's a really good podcast video on YouTube. You can search that with the owners behind FUTL, where they discuss the business and where they plan to take it. But FUTL, another, small MJ play. Small MJ play that's enjoying this catalyst right now. All right, that's enjoying this catalyst right now. Say you have a Audi A6, okay. Yeah. If Audi can make a reliable V8, man, it'd be a beast. It's just that their V8s are just not reliable, man. They're not reliable at all. I had a friend who had that VW. It was a Volkswagen. It had like 12 cylinders in it, man. This was like $100,000 car, and he was able to cop it on an auction for like $7,000. Because they had horrible reliability issues. I forgot what the name of it for. It was a big body Volkswagen. Came out just a couple years ago. BIOC, Biocept, trading at $2.12 a share. Okay, this one too. Let's switch over to the daily chart, because sometimes, you're looking at ticker by ticker during the day. You really can't see. You got to spread it out and look at what the stock has been doing over the period of days. And looking at the chart here, all right, you're just getting out of some bearish momentum from the 13th through the 17th. You're at 213 now. You got some walls ahead of you. All right, you got to let me know if there's a catalyst that's going to keep you higher here now. You're looking to retest that early February high of 277. You're about 60 cents away. What's going to take you over the hump there? Do they have a real thing that they're pursuing? You let me know. Yeah, for more information on the FUTL, go ahead and search what they're talking about on YouTube. There's a really great video on FUTL on that one. All right, but very, very young MJ play. Very young MJ play. Could run, though. It has been running. Yeah, POTN has news a week ago. But you got to remember, Ryan called up and said there's news incoming. There's news incoming on POTN. So right now, the fact that it's down, you could probably get in at a discount. Now that we've talked about it and we had Ryan call up, I already know you're not going to get in probably at that price tomorrow morning. If you can, you consider yourself lucky. Because I know the people he's calling and talking to, you ain't going to be able to get it under a penny very much longer, or at a penny very much longer over the next several days. SAEX news coming. SAEX was a stock that we saw go up to almost $40 in one day, if you remember that. Yeah, I saw the ad. In fact, I created a little ad before the show, so you'll see that. Anybody who sees the show after I broadcast. Oh, he is legit. He is legit. He's the real deal. Ryan he is the real deal. Every time I have a question or anything like that, he is the real deal. Been talking to that guy since 2012. Since 2012. He's the real deal. Yes, sir. Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But it's very promising. Very promising. And when Tony from USEI starts doing his thing, I want to have him call up and talk about it as well too. When that really starts moving up, I want to have him call up and talk about it as well. New Age Farm. Who brought that up? Tony Brown. You tell me what's going on with New Age Farm, man. I don't know anything about this company. New Age Farm. I have never heard of this company in my life. New Age Farm. Never heard of them. Let me see here. NWGFF. Let me see here. NWGFF. New Age Farm. All right, I already know it's a foreign corporation with the F, but I don't know anything else. Let me get out of that Zoom here. Innovative land bank and land development company that provides completely turnkey bespoke farming services to growers of high intensity, high yield crops. Okay. Based out of Vancouver, Canada. Based out of Vancouver, Canada. Trading now at 15 cents a share. Okay, interesting business. I'd love to see more volume in it, but we'll see what happens in it. I don't have any say on that. I have never heard of that company in my life. Never heard of that in my life. BDCI and Bill Betts. I know you picked some good ones. BDCI, Bahamas Development Corporation. This is one I have heard about. It's a company responsible for development in the Bahamas. Companies that are looking to do business there. And whether or not they're actually government affiliated, I don't believe so. I think it's a private company that just helps businesses get set up in the Bahamas, right? You got a lot of individuals who try to start these, trust, family trust and whatnot overseas. This is a company that's going to help you do that. They help you get started with, trading down there. Although, which is really interesting because the company is actually, of course, in paperwork, they're based here in the States, but they operate out of the Bahamas. All right. I'm looking at here. They're actually based out of Jackson, Mississippi. But it's WWW Bahamas Development Corp. COPR or CORP, excuse me. Make myself look dumb here. CORP. And decent website. Bahamas Development Corporation. Not bad. Got something going on there. All right. FCGD triple place up. Yeah. We talked about FCGD to start off with. First Columbia Gold, as you can see, huge buying into the stock today. So something's coming up here in FCGD. I don't know who would come in and buy 2 billion shares 2 billion shares in one day. Something is up. Something is up. So we'll see what's going on with that. I mean, just in the open market, just coming in just like that. BMXC. All right, BMXC. All right, huge red day for the stock. This might actually be an opportunity for someone. Just verify that the stock is going to have support there tomorrow. You'd want to make sure that you're not going lower, and you actually do have support at that 3 cent level, because you're looking like you might fall up all of that too. You know, the stock used that 20-day moving average as support. As you can see, it's done that a couple times in the past too. Okay, seen that it's done that a couple times. Done that a couple times. All right. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll go ahead and wrap up the show there. A lot of good tickers. MJ is still running. We had a little bit of the scare when we had a representative from the government come out and say, you know, we can all end up in prison just because we want to enjoy our personal right to, you know, smoke marijuana in our own homes. You know what I'm saying? Which is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. A lot, Dominic, a lot. Which allows me to do this for free. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't even say I do it for free, because there are a lot of other benefits that come along with it. So it kind of pays for itself, you know. If it wasn't beneficial, I wouldn't be doing it. If it wasn't financially beneficial, I wouldn't be doing it. All right. NAK is going to run. I'd like to see it, man. Because I don't know, man. I mean, NAK had a really good day today. The guy Prolix, I don't know if he's in the chat room, but Prolix said he's still hanging on to his shares. And he looks like, he says, hey, we just shook out the weak hands. And now we're headed back higher. We are headed back higher. So please press like on this video right now. If you haven't already, please press like. Sign up to my mailing list at freestockpicks.org. Follow me on Twitter, freestockpick. Join us in the Discord chat room. Please take a look at, okay, David, yeah, PGUS, Pro Green, which is doing very, very well. Ticker's doing very, very well. And I think he posted that, David, you did post that interview, right? I think the interview is up for everyone to listen to, the interview for Pro Green and the CEO and what they're planning on doing. Sign up to his website, investorshangout.com, for clarity on OTC issues. There's the link to the Pro Green interview. You can email me at happypennystocks@gmail.com. That's happypennystocks@gmail.com. You said Pro Green 18 months ago? What did it do 18 months ago? Oh, damn. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, now I see. Okay. All right. Yeah, Pro Green. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I see that back in April, too. Yeah, I see that April, and then I see what it did in September on PGUS. And we're looking to break that .028 high. That .028 high, we're at .024. So the breakout is right around the corner in PGUS, Pro Green. Right around the corner. Man. You talk about opportunities. Look at this, folks. You talk about opportunities, and we talk about that buy and hold strategy. What David just said is right. I mean, this was a 004 stock. Actually, it was a lot less if you go back further. I mean, you can go back to as far as January of 2016. Not that many people have the patience to hold it that long. But this was, what, 0005 stock. 0005 stock, and then you got to a high of .028. Now at .024, testing that September 2016 high. Okay, But a lot of the stocks we looked at today that we laugh at, the hell I laugh at, and then we'll look at a couple months later like, damn, woulda, coulda, shoulda. But I mean, the patience that it requires, man. We got to be honest about the patience that it requires. I mean, I don't know what would I do with myself for 7 or 8 months waiting for a stock to put on that kind of gain. So I definitely understand when people say, you know, it's hard. It's, you know, what would you do? I mean, you just live life, but I mean, damn, I'd be checking you still. I mean, imagine for 360 days or 300 days, you're looking at the ticker. It's not doing anything, and maybe it does something, and sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't move for weeks at a time. Do you have the strength to do it? You know? Very, very incredible, man. He said eat pig feet for 3 months. That's hilarious. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching the show. Another great episode. So many good tickers. Tomorrow is Friday's show. It won't be long. It'll be a short Friday. I'm looking to actually go out and do something. I had said that last week, and then I fucked up and went for like 7 damn hours. No more of that, man. No more of that shit. All right, Friday's gonna be quick. Get in, wrap the week out, come up with some stocks for Monday. The stock tomorrow is POTN. What else? FCGC. Okay. FGCD. Was that FGC? Oh, there's First Columbia Gold. There we go. First Columbia Gold. As I said, POTN. I'm very interested in that young lady who called up about CBIS. I'm going to be looking into CBIS, man, because the way that's setting up, it looks very, very interesting. It looks very, very interesting. And among the many other stocks that are doing very, very, very well. But again, if you haven't already liked the video, press like on the video right now. Bill Betts, thank you so much. Bill Betts said he's got his order already in FCGD. He's already put his order in. Yeah, that's going to do something, man. 2 billion shares in the open market at one time. Something's going on. T-Man. Matt Reichman. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Dominic Williams. Yeah, Strikeforce looks good too. Q DeMaio, Kenny Dutton, the Penny Stocks Guru, Master 82. Real quick, VMRI, I see you bringing that up a lot. VMRI, 47 cents a share. Looks like you're losing steam, man. It looks like you're losing steam. You got an upside down gravestone doji there. There's another word for that ticker. Let me see here. There's another word for that particular candlestick. It's called the Dragonfly Doji. The Dragonfly Doji. All right. That is a bullish indicator, though, actually. That is actually a bullish indicator. All right. So let me take that back. That's a Dragonfly Doji and is a bullish indicator. The ticker is VMRI. Okay. Yeah, Dragonfly Doji. Appreciate it, man. All right. Join us in the Discord room. Join us in the Discord room if you haven't already. Good place to learn and study and connect with other traders here from the show. Artie Buckley, thank you. Africa Emporium, thank you. Jamie Taylor. Won't let you buy shares on OTC overnight. What kind of a broker are you using? Fidelity? Wow, okay. That's interesting. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. Are you sure you're doing a limit order? Make sure you're doing a limit order. Are you doing a limit order where you're actually putting the price in that you want? Can't do a market order overnight for an OTC stock. Can't do a market order at all for most brokers. All right. Haspay, thank you. Ricky Lindo. Appreciate you. JBino85. Hey, thank you for the call, JBino. Appreciate it, bro. Londale Carter, 3 hooks. Thank you, sir. It's called Silly. Produced by the Fresh Boys. And you can find this on You can find this on YouTube. They got a YouTube page. Just type in no copyright 2017 Silly, produced by Fresh Boys. Fresh Boys, one word with the Z. So instead of boys as an S, is Z. Fresh Boys. All right. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, Marcus Houston. Shout out to everybody. Mr. Q Mason. Trucker. Thank you so much, Trucker. Appreciate you watching. Henry 84 Ramos. Nikhil 007. Matarone 2. Who else is in here? Cora Lee. Jose Guzman. Trading Jedi. Travi. Mag 3690. Pretty Penny Girl. Thank you so much, Pretty Penny Girl. Who else is in here? Zach Forum. Appreciate it. Everybody. Investors Hangout, of course. David, thank you so much for watching, if you still are. See you guys back here tomorrow. Clavon, thank you so much, sir. See you guys back here tomorrow, same time, same place. Take care, everyone. Good night.